Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Boop, doop, doop. Doop, doop, doo. Is everything going smoothly on everything? Yep. Yup, yep, yep, yep. Alex. Or Preston. Hello, Wayne. How's it going? Excuse me. How's it going, everyone? Everyone just chilling? Almost done with the base rendering. Finally. It's been taking forever. I mean, it's been 10 hours and I've been just doing details after details. But it's all good. Hello, I haven't been on your stream in a while. Yeah, it's been a hot minute, but that's okay. I'm not concerned. Everyone has their own lives, you know? You're not. Just because my life keeps going doesn't mean that you guys aren't still fans and watching my stuff. I did hit my most recent goal on on YouTube, actually. My most recent goal was to hit 2,500 subs on here on YouTube, and guess what? I did this weekend, which is awesome. I think the next one is going to be 5,000 is my next goal. And if I hit that, I think I'm going to have to do like a giveaway or a raffle or something like that. I don't know. I got to think of what to do. I know. I got to figure out what this stuff is going to be. I have been so busy with school, mental health, but I have been watching your videos when I wait on my therapy sessions. Oh, well, I'm glad that you're getting things taken care of and worked out. Don't want to get yourself hurt, but that's awesome, Puddin'. That's really good that you're getting what you need to be taken care of as quickly as possible. I've been keeping up, so I'm so late. I'm sorry, Goober. You're not late. You're like the stream just started. I don't know what you're talking about, Rice Ball. But I've been good. I've been doing alright. Kind of got a scare there for work, but I think everything's good now. So no worries there anymore. But still, there was just a slight little scare that kind of freaked me out there for a second. I was not happy about it. But looks like everything is back to what it should be. I will. I'll definitely. Oh no, you're fine. Respo, you are fine. No, it's just a lot of stuff happened at work that we got another big department let go because they decided that the company decided that they didn't use them in the right way. I don't know what I'm not sure what they were meaning, but it was something to deal with like sales being moved to another city, and all the people were like, we're not moving, so we can't really do that. And yeah. And so sales is now getting new group going, and I'm just trying to figure out. Because, yeah, I might have to start applying for a lot more jobs soon. But that's okay. But Rice Ball, how have you been? What's been going on for you? And Putin, thank you for saying hi to Twitch. Yeah, I'm hoping everything will be okay. I'm not too stressed about it, but it's still there. Job hunting still. Oh no! I'm sorry. Job hunting's not fun at all. This market is not great for job hunters right now. Which is kind of unfortunate. Because, like, what the heck? 2 years ago, it was fine. Now it's just garbage. Yeah, it seems to be that recently, which isn't great, but who knows? Ugh. Excuse me. I haven't been applying to do concept art for a show on YouTube. That has been fun. Oh, you've been applying for that. That's awesome. I am trying to get into visual development art too. But man, is it hard to get into. Especially since mostly everyone is applying for that in that show. I don't think I'm gonna get picked, but who knows? What show is it? If it's that popular. it with pity in Adult Swim. It's learning with pity. I have never heard of that. Okay. Maybe I should start branching out. And sorry about the dead air silence stuff. Found out recently that most of my copyright free playlist got hit by a company that is trying to make a lot of money off of copyright free music. But yeah, no, I want to get into the industry since I'm looking, but with how things have been with the industry, it's been kind of wacky. Oh, I will say, since I've been looking for just in case, it's not like me. I'm not avidly looking. It's just me when I get time. Did find something I thought was funny that I'm going to share with you guys right now. Um, Guess out of all the companies, who's looking for a graphic designer and artist? Out of all the companies you can think of. Hello. Hello, Beanie Gaming. So, on LinkedIn, I'm just going to let you guys know because I don't want to leave you guys in too much suspense. Concept taking one of your favorite cartoon characters and make it into something horrific. Ooh. That's cool. That's actually a pretty apt a way to describe it. That's actually really good. So the company that I saw, because LinkedIn has jobs you may be interested in, and I'm like, okay, might as well check it out. Promoted by the company is a graphic design / artist position by Midjourney and ChatGPT. Oh, you love to see it. So that tells you that their whole gimmick on why they're trying to become super popular is not doing well at all. So that I thought was kind of funny. Actually, I thought it was really funny because I'm like, you guys looking for a graphic designer after everything you've put artists through? Is your machine not doing what it's supposed to? Now I just gotta do all the whites on every other part of this. But we're really close. Really close. Rice Ball, what kind of job are you looking for, though? If you're still there. I recently watched the new couple episodes of Alien Earth, and my goodness, am I happy that it's this good. It's really good. I'm also a big fan of Alien, and it's just screams Alien, like the way that I mean, it's an Alien movie, so yes, it's going to, but it's feels like a horror film, not just an action film, which the last few were. So if you guys like horror films, I would highly recommend going on to Disney Plus and watching Hulu after all this. So far, so good. Hmm. go. It's getting there. Definitely almost almost done with this rendering process. I can see it. I can feel it. Oh boy. It's kind of rough doing this without music, but I gotta, because I got hit with a flag. Hi, Chato. I'm stuck in ad hell. Oh no. I am sorry to hear that. Missed a spot. I knew I missed a spot. we go. Cool. Welcome, Miss Snowluck. How's it going? Boop. Okay. That's good. I am having teeny weensy problem. I have a vision with my piece, but I think I'm being limited by my lack of technology knowledge. I want to add a radiant blur to my image. Radiant blur. Okay. To get the sunbeam effect from the church windows, but I don't know how, or rather, whenever I try it, it doesn't look right. Have you tried the lasso tool? I just need to get my... Okay. Just gotta fix up the lighting just a touch and I think I'm good. But, okay, let me make a new layer. New layer. You're trying to make sunbeams, right? Lasso tool. Polyline lasso tool, specifically, okay? Start from the point of light. Make a triangle. Start from the point of light, right? Make a triangle. Start from the point of light. Make a round brush or any soft brush, but soft round is the preferred one. Go as big as you can get. Okay. More light towards where the light is coming from, and also don't forget to switch it to being lighter as well. More opaque, stuff like that. Go less opaque further away you get. And then you go to the erase tool, get some of that erase. Now making sunbeams is piece of cake, man. Did not thought. Where did I put Sam's, I think? Capture bristles, occlusion, palette. Pencil black. Let's see how that looks. Is this... I made it more complicated than I needed to for me. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for clipping that. Now I can use that for for content. Ban. Likely ban invader. Yeah, send me the link to that when you're on Discord so I can use that for the content. Yeah, that's looking good. Not a huge fan of this splot there, but fix it. Okay. Now, if I remember, are you streaming on YouTube right now or waiting for DMCA situation? I was able to stream on YouTube today, so I'm not gonna listen to music. That's why there's no music going on right now. But that's a-okay. That's fine with me. Did I put it into your texture? Yes, there we go. Okay. We got the texture done. Finally, I'm gonna save. 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 Actually, this area needs a little just DLC right there. Okay. Now, we're going to scroll up, make a new layer. Select that, create selection, go here, make a clipping mask. May have messed this up, but then we go file, I think, import image. Oh, I gotta scroll this up. There, click OK, click OK. Oop. Wonder what happens if I made this into that and then did this. Then going into this and doing multiply. There we go. Look how easy it is to add textures. Yeah, no, I was able to stream on YouTube, and I knew it was just gonna be like a week or something, so it's not insane. So I do normal for that. Multiply and increases. Yeah. We go. Cool. Yeah. Command B. Go up, new layer, boom, there we go. Okay. Now, I gotta figure out how to use grading maps on here. Fill in the whole thing. No correction. What happens if I cancel? Do new layer. Do edit. Tonal corrections. Can't do anything. Okay. Interesting. Wait, or. Okay. Hmm. I'm just trying to figure this out because tonal corrections, gradient map. Okay. Okay, so that works. I just have to. Hmm. Okay, that's not gonna work. Hmm. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Okay, so we gotta get this. This is annoying because we have to. It's kind of hilariously. Yeah, right? It's so bad, it's good. Okay. Let me make sure I got the right blues. Nope. Okay, so then. Not happy with it right now, but gotta do it this way because Clip Studio Paint doesn't have the capabilities of Photoshop when it comes to this just yet. How slow. So when it comes to moving, transforming things, moving things around, that is a computer situation because I don't have that issue with me. How big is the file? It depends on how big the file is that you're. Oh, shoot. You are trying to move around. Invert that, then delete. Command D. Shoot. Missed some areas. Drink water. I'm busy.
You locked him in his room?
Yes, I did.
Being naughty.
When he was eating the chicken, yeah.
Oh.
Duh.
I think he was eating the... Is he laying in his bed, or are you just trying to get him?
I'm trying to get him to lay in his bed, so I filled it up with a bunch of catnip and stuff.
Cool. Well, I hope, because... Oh, that looks neat. You might see the Hendrix puppies. I finished them all.
Oh, yeah?
I know you're streaming, but I couldn't wait. Because I'm excited. Because I think they all look really cute. Give me a second, it's loading.
Okay.
Then I was chatting with Marty.
They're so cute.
And then there are all those little puppies in there are so cute. Puppy-like.
Okay, so right here needs a different color. It needs to be right about there. And lower that. I hate the way Clip Studio Paint has gradient maps.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out.
So you have to have the whole layer. Wherever you want it colored, you have to have it there in that layer that you're gradient mapping. You can't select and then have a new layer for gradient maps. I am so pissed about that.
Oh. Oh no.
What?
He's so sad.
Who?
Thor. Did you find your
Yeah, I've used it.
Oh, is those all times that I sniff you?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, well, I guess I'll go to Walmart and just get like essential things.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
You don't want to go to work tomorrow.
No, I don't.
Hmm.
Come on, Thor, let's go upstairs. Let's do it.
What the crap did that do? Oh my goodness! Is that how they do that in different shows? What the crap? That is actually really cool to know. That's actually really good to know, but not what I want. Right. Okay. This is so stupid. Okay, then we're gonna go. Yes, I love Dave's hot chicken. It's so good. My sides got replaced because then they ran out of mac and cheese. Instead, they replaced it with more Reapers. Oh, love it! So, did they have you sign a waiver, or did you not go that hot? Did they still have you sign a waiver? Andy, I loved it. I had to sign a waiver and everything. They looked at me because there was a Latina who weren't running the booth. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm gonna. The Reaper is the spiciest, and I didn't have to sign a waiver. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess that's because you were doing DoorDash or whatever. So I don't know. Don't touch. Let it touch your lips. Yeah, that's definitely the trick. Nah, there's no trick. It's just all tolerance. But I thoroughly enjoy Dave's hot chick. Edgy. There we go. Everything's starting to look really good. Now for the yellow. I'm trying to recover from the Reaper. My own foolishness will be the death of me. Okay. Never too busy to hydrate. Yes, I am. But if you really want to cool your mouth off, get some milk. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Oof. That didn't. That felt weird. They don't call it Reaper after the Carolina Reaper. They call it that because that's to whom I'll have my reservation with soon. Oh. So this reminds me of the time I brought the spiciest at the time hot sauce that I had. To my now wife's house, because for the longest time, crap, I messed up somewhere along the line. Dang. For the longest time, her father-in-law, or my father-in-law, before we were married, said, "Oh, I love spicy food. I love this." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Do you want some of my spicy food? Or some of my spice? Do you want me to bring some of my spice sauces over one of these days?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to try your stuff." And, well, that was a lie. um, almost killed him while my wife and I were still dating on accident because he didn't realize how spicy my food actually was and how spicy I liked my food. And it's kind of why am I doing it this way? What the crap? I think it was called the F-bomb. Something I at the time put on all of my food. Everyone tells me it's crazy. No, if there was a Dave's Chicken here, I would eat that every day. That stuff was so good. That's been kind of my life. It gets worse after my stomach is burning. How is that legal? You're supposed to sign a waiver. doing that. Gosh. Okay. How do I change the gradient map after I already... You know what? There's probably... They should have had it as an option online in the first place, right? It's great. Also, I'm running out of wall space for my prints from conventions. Do you know what to do when you do that? I'm just gonna look for a gradient map. Hmm? What? Okay, well... That's stupid. Oh, Sprout! Hi! How's it going, Sprout? Thank you so much for the raid. Why didn't I get a notification about that? What the heck happened? Why did I not get a open suggestion regarding what to do with my prints? Get with your prints if you're filled up. Sorry about that, Sprout. I did not see that. How do you shout out again? think this is it. I'll have to. What you do is you would go and get a frame for your artwork. And that's not the regular. And there we go. You would put them in multiple frames, multiple whatever you need to, you know? And that is when you would switch them out every so often to include all the different things that you collect. So I have multiple frames that I need to hang up, to be honest. There we go. And then frames. Let me show you. 1 second. Let me go on to. Everyone, go check out Sprout for their stuff. Thank you, Sprout, for the raid. I don't know if you're in right now, but thank you. Let me go get a frame real quick. I haven't hung them up, but they're right here. This one doesn't have multiple, but you get picture frame like this, right? And what I usually do is I would put multiple sheets, prints that I want to hang up into this. And then during like fall, I would switch them out. Summer, I would switch them out. Like I would just move them around inside, keeping them in the same frame so that they're still safe and I can have different art up all the time. I need to clean those and hang them up. Either that or get a print book, but I forgot the shortcut to. Well, the print book wouldn't help too much because some people have different size prints. You get so there's 3 standardized print sizes. There's 11 by 17. There's 8.5 by 11 and 7 by 5. If they have a wonky printer that does different sizes than that, either hang those up or put them in the smaller ones into the smaller thing. And that's honestly what I recommend, but that's also a sales tactic for me to get people to buy my prints. So, yeah. But Sprout, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Okay. Gradient maps are done. This is probably like the 85 percentile range for this piece. So this is going to be, after this, it's just fixing up some minor details that showed up. Like right here needs to be darker. Like just fixing up some minor spots. Now that the color, no, it's just gradient maps, but wow, you added color fast. Yeah, gradient maps are crazy. Honestly, gradient maps are so underused. This is just, I could probably sell this right now, but I still have. So now that we got the gradient maps in, there's a lot of stuff that we have to add. And that reflective lights from all the different colors, because metals reflect their surroundings. We have a thing called personal standards. I'm trying to keep things up to not my personal standard, but higher than that. I'm trying to go above and beyond. Because let me show you what I'm looking at for what the art looks like so far. Like, there's the box art right here, which is really insane, really cool. There's this box art, which kind of is pretty close to what I have so far. But notice how there's still like all this foreground stuff and all this, and they had texture packs as well, and then there's this one, and like, for me, I am trying to keep up with the level that these have. This one is actually probably the closest that I have right now to my piece. Probably have to lower or brighten the whites a little bit, but there's still a bit to go. And to go for the darks, I can duplicate layer and maybe multiply them and then lower it down. See how that works things out. Concept that I think intermediate like me and above artists should probably know. Reflective lights? I can do a thing about reflective lights real quick, but they're not difficult in any sense. Let me just get some stuff out real quick. Concept. So, reflective light is just the bouncing of different light sources off of metal and the reflections of that. That's why I have these specific areas doing what they are on this piece, because we're trying to just getting a basic background in, so it's not super great. Ooh, Gerard Way, you're the goat. Gerard Way? What the? Gerard Way? You think I look like the singer and songwriter from My Chemical Romance? Man, to be honest, if I actually looked like this guy, if I actually am like this guy, which I don't honestly think I look like him, I would have gotten so many girls that I was into in high school. Okay. Let me just quickly go over, because I can make a full video about this later. Gonna keep that underneath because that's gonna be red. That is awesome. Thank you. Soft elliptical. Yeah. Okay. Let me go to red real quick. Okay. Let's just, nope, right there. So, how to tell how to do reflective light. Okay. So when light goes to an object, let's go right about where I put the mark, right? Because this is the most color, right? It goes here, right? This is where the light is hitting. And I mean, this is where the light is hitting, and our eyes, when it bounces to us, we can't see it going from here towards us. We just see it coming to our eyes, and that's the color we get. But metal does something really cool, and it actually you can go from this point and bounce it here and here, and maybe if you wanted to here, and then sometimes it bounces over here, and then sometimes it bounces over here, and then these points will bounce to our eyes, adding this color, the reflection of the metal, of reflective light from the metal to the metal, to our eyes. And that can cause a lot of different color variations between this. So if we delete this, make a new layer, grab this, okay? I am going to just grab this color and just kind of go through this a little bit, just enough to add the color, right? Then I'm going to just let it fade. And I'm going to try to render this a little bit more so it looks to what I am thinking it's going to be. And if you're smart, you would also like get the little details from this and just kind of hide it. Go a little harder there. Get the color again because it's starting to fade. Go right there. And you got yourself some reflective color from a neighboring object onto metal. And it just kind of, it looks really good. And if you do that with everything on this piece, which includes, there, and just kind of that, and change this a little bit to blend that out. Maybe actually get some of that. See, now I'm just fixing it just a touch, just enough to move things forward to pop the colors just a bit more. And like with this one, it's going to be more of the gold that's going to be, and gold reflecting gold just makes a dark orange. Okay, and we zoom out and like we hide what we did already, and it already looks just a little bit better. And that's all it is just pushing everything just a touch more. You can't forget about occlusion. Rendering, and don't forget to use your eraser to pop things back. That's actually awesome. Where did you learn this stuff? I learned a little bit of it in college, and then I took an online course on schoolism, not sponsored, and that course helped push me to being a better artist so that everything looks a little bit more realistic when I work through it. Like right here, this is going to get that little orange. Right here is going to get the blue. Then I'm going to fix this area where the gradient map kind of just didn't do what I wanted it to do, but it was baked in. Right, just kind of erase there. Right, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's just fixing spots little by little. Pretty sure. Actually, ooh, there we go. That has a nice texture to it. And the texture is because metal is not usually smooth. Like just jump in here and there, and like you can zoom out, see what you think. Then this area is obviously going to be darker. Now we're just trying to just fix up what everything else is doing. Like grabbing this, going here and just pushing that just a touch more. That actually looks really good. That's kind of the process now, is just trying to get it to where it just looks the most realistic. And like the textures I have probably messed with some things, but those are textures. They're supposed to mess with how things look. And then right here, this one's going to be interesting because you can just go here and and then just erase it just a touch. Go over it again. Erase it so it looks like the reflection, it's reflecting into there. I'm following you, but for simple sakes, can you get it as a simple example? Say a cube. Sure. So simplify it, right? For those that are watching on YouTube later on, we're here on this layer, right? Now, this area is blue, so it's not going to look great. Silver. But in the brightest areas. And that's because we're not seeing those areas that well. So you just add those reflections because silver isn't gray, it's reflecting, and enough reflecting will just mellow the gray out so that it's not necessarily, you know, it's not necessarily reflecting a color, it's just mellowed out to being gray. Unless, painted otherwise, right? And like, that's when you start getting the textures. You're not trying to make up a world. Your physics is still physics. You're trying to represent the world, illustrate what you see in everything, and like just make it look the way you think things are. But yeah, that's the nitty gritty of it. It's not that hard to do reflective surfaces with metals and so on. And I got still a couple hours left on this piece because, like, it's still quite a ways away from what I want it to be. But like, when I was working freelance, this is roughly where I would send it in just to see if we got the colors areas right. But I would still want to work on everything so that it looks the way it needs to. And another way to think of this is rim lights. Rim lights, we see everything. Actually, it would be darker because we're going through the dark areas, and dark areas are there. And underneath, color variation to the. And like, I'm using a textured brush to add this. I did actually think ahead because right here is going to be a little bit of red from the eyes. Erase it just slightly. We're going to get the white here. Actually, it would be the darker area. And we're just going to kind of slowly throw it in and then throw in the white there. And erase it so it's not super prevalent, but spot fixing up some color areas where they're not, because the textures that I threw on. Okay, and then we're gonna get the lighter colors. Just gonna zoom out. Boom! It's looking like we take away, and it looks just that much better. Just a touch more rendered, just a touch more smoothed out. And I don't even have to use this brush. I can go back to my soft round brush, just kind of like just do this kind of round motion, because again, the textures really messed with everything, but that's okay. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is I'm just doing all that. I'm just making sure that everything is Gucci. And then again, what I can do is I can grab this and just kind of like throw it into the shadow area. Alright. Ooh, shadowed areas. Alright, just because the natural light is the middle, the colors that we see around us. It's really, it's not just reflective, it's also transparent and refractive. Candles is another good one. Candles are a crazy thing. To multiply, lower the opacity. Actually, not low. No. Color dodge. Yeah, color dodge. Look at that. Go back down to here because I do not like how the crown looks finalized. I'm pretty sure there needs to be a little bit of, like, this looks kind of wonky with it being kind of a misshapen gradient. This doesn't look good. Candles. I recently worked with candles. Why are they particularly difficult? Because they are in a very... They are... Your art is so cool. Thank you. So, translucent lets things go through, lets light go through them. Refractive bends light inside of them. And then having an object that's not only refractive like a candle, but also opaque, makes it have this really faded look when you're actually illustrating them. So that's why candles are difficult to illustrate. It's the same issue with how skin is colored. It's refractive of all the colors that are in your face. Guys have more blue down here where the beard sits on men's face, like myself. And that gives us a bluer tint because we naturally grow beards. We have more of a white or our skulls. Then there is our cheeks where most of our blood flows through. So it's a little bit more blushy red. Same with our fingertips. We have more blood that kind of just doesn't flow through more. It just kind of, there's a lot more circulation that reflects and refracts light in the specific color that we are. And again, this is just generic. This is just basic, like color choosing for people because it's very complicated. So, metals are probably the easiest out of all things. Is starting with grayscale drawing more helpful for when you want to color? Yeah, no, yeah, that's a lot. That's why a lot of people specialize in specific things. It can. It can. I started in grayscale with this piece, so it can. I'm still just fixing up a lot of the area, and like this one is gonna have a lot more of the stuff reflecting from it, and it's a process. You're trying to figure out all of the details without without losing any of the information. And that's kind of like that's one reason why, and that's actually one thing that generative images can't get is the logic behind what is actually going on with a piece of artwork. It's not actually processing, it's just doing the averages, and averages look very muddy. Averages look very yellow. So like the more you add the different colors to something, the more it's gonna just seem or interact more realistically. Then sceneries obviously change colors, so grayscale helps get the values down and makes it easier for color. Yes! And I did grayscale for this before this point. I can actually show better already. Like, see? Or before I started to add in the different parts that made it what it is here. So yeah, that's I still think there's a long way to go for this piece because there honestly is just kind of a whole lot more, but like we're just trying to make it splotchy. So just kind of the specific things pop a little bit more. And I'm also trying to keep to this being the focal point, where like right here being the focal point, because that's where I want people to look afterwards. Companies go through and I just trying to jump to the right situation, and that's kind of what it is. Do this. Nope. Subtract. Nope. Color burn. Nope. Just normal and... Nah, I can do that right now. Just... I ended the recording. What do you mean recording? Did I? No, still recording. Thank you. Most stickers sell well on Etsy, so we're kind of just kept to the sticker side of things. I gotta add my prints up there, but they don't do very well. For learning sessions. No, it wasn't. I might just go into the VOD and cut it instead. So that's kind of what I normally do. So I just cut everything out. I do everything later. Well, I have everything recording right now because I usually do speed paints and process videos and stuff like that. But, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. It's about 4 minutes away from us ending tonight, though. So I'm going to be working on this a lot more later. But we're now just trying to figure out all of this stuff. I need to remember how to actually add text, like battle damage to stuff, because I think that's gonna make this a little more less smooth looking, because that's where it's at right now. It's very smooth. Grab this, get to the brush I was at earlier, go to a new layer and just kind of add a little bit of the the not so neutral colors, and like even the red is gonna be jumping differently. Like the red's gonna just a matter of perspective. Like right here, it's gonna have a lot more, just a little darker. This is a lot harder than I thought it's gonna be. Oh, the one that you're watching right now? And yeah, I'm just gonna be working on. Now that we're done with the grayscale, it's now just trying to make sure everything looks good. Oh, well, I'm gonna save because this is gonna take me a lot longer to figure out, but I think it's getting really close. It's so close. I can smell it as I continue to work on it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop right there for the night. Not enough people to raid, sadly, but thank you everyone for stopping by. I will see you guys all again next time, probably Friday. And thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys again next time.